Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Chatham Fire Department promotional pinning ceremony. Usually we have a very large crowd, but with everything that's going on, we're doing it the new way. We have families here, and the rest of you, we hope that you'll enjoy the ceremony and wish everyone well when you are able to run into them. We would like to start our ceremony with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's my pleasure to introduce to you Kate Gallup, Chaplain of the Westport Fire Department, who will open with an invocation.
Good morning. Will you be in a spirit of prayer with me, please? Holy God, we thank you for this gathering today, for your presence and spirit that fills this space. We thank you and praise you on this special occasion for watching over Chief Connick in his years of service to the Chatham Fire Department and the Cape community. For his leadership, wisdom, guidance, and instruction, we give thanks. As he embarks on this new chapter of his life, bless him and comfort him. And as the department welcomes new Chief DePasquale and Deputy Chief Tavano and all new firefighters, we ask that you be their guide, keep them safe, and surround them with your holy protection. May they thrive, excel, and continue to serve with a heart of compassion and love. Help them develop their skills, nurture them in their call, and ensure they come home safely every night. Gracious God, as we celebrate and honor all that has come to fruition this day, we ask you continue to remain present with us, bless those with your unconditional love and grace that are gathered here and virtually here, and help them to know that we are never alone. We pray all this in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Kate. It's always good when the local girls come back to help us out. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Town Manager Jill Goldsmith.
Thank you, Chief. I'm very proud of our Chatham Fire Department and the promotional opportunities for Dave, Justin, Scott, and our newest hire, Peter O'Hara. But first, it's still about the current chief, and I wanted to say a few words for him. Chief Connick has served our community with great integrity and in many capacities for over 4 decades. Not only will his presence be missed, but the loss of instantaneous access to the depth and breadth of his institutional knowledge will be impossible to replace, as long as you still remember all of this stuff. Put it in the vault. 41 years of service, hundreds of fires, thousands of emergency calls, over $1 million in grants received, so many lives saved. His contribution to the Chatham community, priceless. Chief Pete's outstanding professionalism and leadership as a member of our firefighting community will be remembered for decades to come. I will personally miss our biweekly meetings at the station, especially your quick wit and easy smile. Thank you for your years of service, Chief Connick. And Chief, this is a certificate of appreciation that we had worked on through the Board of Selectmen and presented it virtually. So I'm going to try to keep my distance, and this is for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll do a fist bump high five. Thank you. Got wipes here.
So now I get to say a few things. So it's with a mix of emotions that I'm here today. This is an interesting day for me. Until you get here, you never really believe this day will come. But it has. Right now, it doesn't seem like I've been here for 41 years. It doesn't seem like 47 years ago I went on my first call as a call firefighter in Wellfleet. It's been a hell of a last year. First a tornado, then a pandemic. God has a sense of humor. And I would do it all again in a heartbeat. So, first, I want to thank my family. You let me live my dream. It was great. Sorry for the missed holidays. We had Fakesgiving. Make-believe Christmas. We missed kids' birthdays. All the other milestones we can't go back to. Thank you. Thanks for being there when my shifts are over. You lived your lives around my 2, 2, and 4, and then my 24s. Thank you. I also want to thank Chief Greeno. He was silly enough to hire me, and I've been here since. I want to thank Chief Michael Ambrisco. He left me with good people and a house in good order. Jill, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you for letting me be chief. And I also want to thank you for staying inside as we move forward and moving people up. It's a great thing for the Chatham Fire Department. There are so many other people that I would like to thank as well. All of the fellow department heads, as we all work together to accomplish the same goals. A special shout out to the Blue Team. I think most people don't know how closely we work on a daily basis with the police department, and we are really fortunate to have such a great relationship with them. To the people of Chatham who support the men and women of this Chatham Fire Department, and last but certainly not least, all of the people that work here. Those of you that work here, you folks are the boots on the ground, the heart and the soul of this fire department. And every day that you come to work, you make me and this department look good. Make no mistake about it. You are the Chatham Fire Department, and you are the reason that we are successful. My overarching goal when I became chief was to never have to knock on the door of one of our firefighters' homes and deliver tragic or devastating news to the family. And I am thankful that day never came. We as a department accomplished that by doing more than saying we were going to look out for our guys, but instead by never saying no to training and education, by providing our firefighters with the best protective clothing, the best apparatus, and the best tools of their trade. And I thank this community and the town administration for supporting us. So, now for the real reason that we're here, the future of the Chatham Fire Department, as we pin our new chief, deputy chief, lieutenant, and firefighters. Dave and Justin, we blessed few who have become chief officers are the honored trustees of an amazing heritage, which you should dare not blemish. All firefighters, but especially chief officers, are both the inheritors and the caretakers of the culture, of the artifacts, and the legacy of the fire service. The culture, the mission, and the traditions of the fire service are bound together by an intricate and well-developed relationship between a core set of values and principles. These values have defined who we are. They are the inescapable measure of our character, and they need to be reinforced from time to time. As we watch these firemen get appointed to the job and move up the ranks, we all need to remember that all it takes to get a job as a firefighter and to be a good Jake is thousands of hours of study, thousands of hours of training, thousands of hours of drilling, and thousands of hours to get qualified, certified, and cleared so that you can finally come to work and learn something new every day. Then, someday, if you are lucky, after years of hard work, dedication, and years of sweat, blood, sore muscles, bruises, bumps, and broken bones, if you are like the men and women who work in this building, you might be worthy to be called a good Jake, a firefighter, a craftsman, and be recognized by your peers as a highly skilled master of the most complex craft in history. Our firefighters and officers, like all firefighters and officers, never feel uncomfortable or out of step with their fellow firefighters, policemen, and warfighters, where words like duty, honor, God, service, and community mean something and need no apology or explanation. So as I close, when our firefighters and fire officers raise their hands and say, "I do," know that they are entering a sacred covenant with each other and with all of you. These covenants are sacred because they involve sacrifice and real blood. Their covenant is not about them, their interests, or their identity. It is sacred and respects the dignity and integrity of others in a bond of loyalty and trust. And I know that your chief, your deputy, your fire officers, and your firefighters will always complete their duties, both sacred and ordinary. Welcome to the new members of the hierarchy of the Chatham Fire Department.
Thanks, Chief. Why do I have to follow him? For those of you out there, we had a parade for Chief Connick this morning, and the respect that he's earned through this Cape-wide community is incredible. We had fire chiefs and apparatus from every Cape town today do a drive-by to salute him because we couldn't do the traditional last coffee. Chief Connick, on behalf of the citizens of Chatham, the members of this department and departments Cape-wide, thank you for your 41 years of service. 30 years ago, I was an EMT in your EMT class at Cape Cod Community College, and I was so impressed. I thought you were incredibly smart and a terrific teacher. After working with you for 30 years, I discovered that you are really smart, and you are a terrific teacher and a mentor. The Cape and Islands has an EMS system second to none, and you played a major role in that. You've taught nearly every EMT on Cape Cod, and hundreds of them went on to be paramedics. This is an unmatched legacy, but that's not the only part of your legacy. You, in conjunction with Chief Ambrisco, made this beautiful station a reality. The station is filled with top-notch equipment and apparatus. To think that just 5 years ago, our newest piece of apparatus was 15 years old. Now, our oldest piece of apparatus is 5 years old. You've written over $1 million in successful grants that have brought us new fire engine, new radios, new SCBAs, and numerous other pieces of equipment to aid in keeping our members healthy and safe. You encourage professional development and training among all ranks. You led us through hurricanes, tornadoes, plane crashes, helicopter crashes, numerous fires, and oh yes, a pandemic. When this all started 2 months ago, there was great fear and apprehension in our community and with some of our department members. You guided them with a steady hand, developed procedures, and you alleviated their fears by asking them to rely on their training. Chief, your legacy is secure. I was humbled and honored when you chose me to be your deputy. Thank you for leading by example and for all your mentoring, coaching, and especially your friendship. Kathy, beside every great leader is a supportive partner. Thank you for putting up with all the missed meals, holidays, pager tones going off in the night. Jen and Aaron, thank you for sharing your dad with us. To your grandkids, your grandpa can't wait to wrap his arms around you. Chief, may you be blessed with a long, happy, and healthy retirement. Good luck to you all. Now, there are a few people that I would like to thank for helping get me here today. First of all, Tammy. Thank you for being by my side for the last 38 years. You're my rock, and you supported me on every step of this journey. Sinclair, Courtney, and Brian, thank you for understanding when I had to miss those events. I love you all. I had a few mentors along the way. Chief Connick, of course, Chief Ambrisco, Chief Clark, Chief Tucker, Deputy Chief Hunter, and Captain Eldridge, and the Friday morning coffee group. I hope you're all out there. Thank you for your guidance, and most of all, for believing in me. Justin, do you want to come up here? Looking good. Justin Tavano's been an extremely active member of our department for 14 years. Justin's commitment to our community is unparalleled. He's coordinated numerous community events and fundraisers, including our annual April Fool's Plunge. This event has raised over $150,000 for families dealing with a medical crisis. It's not just about the money raised, but the compassion and follow-up with these families that make him special. You've formed a bond with every one of these recipients. He is also our life safety educator for our school children and seniors. He's the department liaison for the Monomoy Public School District Crisis Management Team, the Chatham Elder Working Group, the Community Risk Reduction Program, the Barnstable County Active Assailant Task Force. He's a Stop the Bleed, CPR, and Citizens Fire Academy instructor, and a member of our technical rescue team. He does so much more than that. I just can't list them all. Justin has taken advantage of every professional development opportunity afforded him, and he brings strong organizational, communication, and leadership skills with a motivation and desire to perform at the highest level. Justin, you have unmatched potential, and I can't wait to partner with you in moving our department forward. I talked with your wife, Holly, before offering you the deputy's position because it's going to be such a change to your daily life. Her excitement and support only confirm my decision. Congratulations. I'm gonna sign. Holly, you want to come up?
Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear that you will faithfully and impartially perform the duties imposed upon you by your appointment as Deputy Fire Chief, according to the town charter, the bylaws of Chatham, and the laws of the Commonwealth?
I do.
Congratulations. Yeah, actually, if you want to take it.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Probably should have had Dave sworn in first. You may have to do this all over again. I would like to have your family come up.
Oops.
So it wasn't hard to decide who I was going to recommend to Jill to become the fire chief, because it was a discussion that Jill and I had when we were picking a deputy fire chief. And the instruction that she gave me was, pick me somebody that you can make chief, because that's the level of trust that she had in our officer corps, for which I'm very appreciative. So I got nothing more to say, Dave. You've been a phenomenal deputy. You've had my back every step of the way. Thank God you're doing the payroll. And with that said, you have the honor of pinning him.
All right. Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear that you will faithfully and impartially perform the duties imposed upon you by your appointment as fire chief, according to the town charter, the bylaws of Chatham, and the laws of the Commonwealth?
I do.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Thank you. Scott Long, can you come up here? You can take your mask off. Scott's being promoted to lieutenant, from firefighter to lieutenant. Scott's been a member of our department for 14 years and is a Chatham native. Scott has also worked hard on his professional development and leadership skills. He recently received his fire science degree from Columbia Southern University. He has certifications in Fire Officer 1, Fire Officer 2, and Fire Instructor 1, and is a member of our technical rescue and surface water rescue teams. Scott's an active participant in both our fire and town communities. He's a leader in our holiday meals food drive, participates in all CFD Monomoy Regional School activities, Fire Association fundraisers, April Fool's Swim, food deliveries to veterans, and the annual Christmas toy drive. Scott, the lieutenant position is your first position of leadership, to be a good leader and mentor going forward. Be a good leader and mentor going forward. You earned this promotion, and I'm really proud of you. You worked really hard to get this, Scott. Carrie, Alexa, and Abrielle, thank you for supporting Scott in this journey. Congratulations, Scott. Carrie, do you want to come up here?
All right. Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear that you will faithfully and impartially perform the duties imposed upon you by your appointment as fire lieutenant according to the town charter, the bylaws of Chatham, and the laws of the Commonwealth?
I will.
Congratulations. You can sign that and bring that back to me when you have a chance.
Thank you. Thank you. Stephen? Sorry for the little delay. We're trying to socially distance. Hi, sisters. Stephen Ricotta. We didn't get a chance to have a ceremony for you, but this is almost your 1-year anniversary, and you're coming off probation, and I'm pretty sure you're going to make it through.
I hope so.
Steve's been a member of the department for almost a year. He came to us while he was enrolled in EMT school in Firefighter 1 and 2. Steve, every minute you spent with us training at the station, we witnessed firsthand your passion, your commitment, and your dedication to the profession. All qualities of character that cannot be taught in a classroom. When a full-time position opened on the department, we knew you would be an asset to our department. Take great pride in your accomplishments and the hard work that brought you here today. Debbie, John, and Patty, I can see how proud you are of him, and I know we all look forward to seeing him reach his career potential. Debbie? That's
Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear that you will faithfully and impartially perform the duties imposed upon you by your appointment as firefighter EMT, according to the town charter, the bylaws of Chatham, and the laws of the Commonwealth?
I will.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you're off.
Steve. Hang on, Jill has a pin for you.
Steve, welcome a year later to Team Chatham. Happy to have you. And I want to present to you our town pin for a lapel pin or your hat. And I'll give this to you, and it's the town logo. So congratulations. Happy that you made it through probation.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you.
Appreciate
All right, thank you.
Peter and Katie? It's okay to... Peter, the new guy, he's only new to us. Peter grew up on Cape Cod and attended the Nauset schools, but is coming to us as a firefighter paramedic from the city of Stamford, Connecticut Fire Department, where he's worked for the last 6 years. He's always dreamed of coming back to the Cape, and we're so happy we were able to accommodate him. Peter is a graduate of the New Hampshire Fire Academy and is a nationally certified paramedic. He's a veteran of the Marine Corps, where he served honorably and was awarded a Purple Heart and an Achievement Medal for combat valor. In his interview, it was apparent that Peter has stayed true to the core values he learned in the Marine Corps. Peter has numerous certifications in firefighting, paramedicine, and fitness training. Look at him. Peter, I can't wait to meet your twin 3-year-olds, Thomas and Caitlin. Kate, thank you for joining Pete on his journey moving back to the Cape. Congratulations.
All right. And would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear that you will faithfully and impartially perform the duties imposed upon you by your appointment as firefighter EMT, according to the town charter, the bylaws of Chatham, and the laws of the Commonwealth?
I do.
Congratulations. You can just sign that when you have a chance. We could sign it.
I'd just like to close by saying I'm really looking forward to working with all of you, making our department move forward. Chief Connick, thanks for keeping our house in order. I hope to do the same. Everybody that participated in this from home, thank you. I wish you could all be here. Seeing my sisters makes me very emotional. I love you all. Thank you.